Hi everyone, it's Vicky here from Crafty Heaven. Thank you very much for joining me today. And if you want to know how I created this wishing well, then stay with me. So today I'm going to be making this wishing well here, and I got this cutting file from this company here called Creative Cutz, or Creative Cutz, and I'm doing this for a swap. So my friend Bex over at Bex's Crafts here on YouTube, she did a video asking if anyone would like to participate in the 12 Days of Christmas swap, and I asked if I could, and she said yes. And there was a few other people that are participating, and I was actually paired up with Cutz Crafts here on YouTube, which is a lovely friend of mine, and she's been a subscriber of mine for many years, so I was excited to be partnered up with her. So the 12 Days of Christmas swap involves you make Christmas projects for your swap partner, and also buy shop items as well. So, you know, scrapbook papers and embellishments and things like that. As long as they're Christmas themed, then, you know, that's fine. So we had to make something for our swap partner and also buy something. And it has to be 12 individual items wrapped up, sent in one big box. And then the swap partner can show what she got on her YouTube channel if she has one, or share it on social media. So I thought I would make a 3D project for Cutz Crafts. By the time this video comes out, she should have got her parcel, so she knows what she's got. And I'll be making a few other items for her as well. So I bought this, and I think it was only £1 something, and with this you get a cutting file for your electronic machine and a scissors cut file. So if you don't have a silhouette machine or Cricut machine, then you also get a file where you can just cut it out with your scissors or paper trimmer. So I really like that option, especially when the internet wasn't connecting to my PC for some reason. So I couldn't connect to my silhouette machine, so I would have cut this out on there. But I did manage to have internet on my phone, which is strange, I don't know why. So I was able to print them off, you know, the cut file for the scissors cut files on my printer from my phone. In this cut file, you get the instructions. Also, you get the templates to print. So this is the instructions, and this is what it looks like when you've assembled it. And I don't think it's very big. I think it's probably only about that size in height. And so, like I said, you get the instructions on how to do it. And I've actually printed mine onto craft cardstock, which is just, it's not too thick and it's not too thin either. And I've lost the piece of paper that comes in the pack, so I can't tell you what GSM it is, but I think it was the Range brand. And I just printed my templates out onto A4 cardstock. So I was really pleased when it printed this out onto this card, because I thought it would get jammed. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut all this out. Also, these little lines here are your score lines, so I will also score on these lines here as well. Okay, so I'm going to use my fussy cut scissors, especially for the intricate detail bits here, start assembling it, and then I'm going to decorate it up with some beautiful Christmas papers that I got from Artymaze. So I'm going to start cracking on with this. Okay, so I've cut all them out and I've even scored on the score lines, and I just used my ruler and scoring tool for that. So on the instructions sheet it does tell you what is what. Okay, so I thought I'd assemble it with you and we can look at the instructions and see what they say. So let's shove all this to the side. So it's saying to form, step 1, to form the bottom of the well, fold the side pieces up, tuck the side tabs inside and glue in place. Okay, so that is this section here. So I'm going to fold on the score lines and I'm going to grab my bone folder because so I'm going to crease them with my bone folder. Okay, so that's done now. So what we do is we add glue to these tabs here and we're going to join the sides up like that. So I'm going to use my Kalau liquid glue and I've just got it in these narrow tip glue bottles, so then I can get enough glue on there and also I can have control of how much I put on. So I'm going to join the sides and make sure it's all lined up. Gotta get these ones out of my way for the minute. And I'm assuming the further you go round it might get a bit more fiddly. I'm just going to hold that in place and then I'm going to add glue to this one here. I also may speed up sections so then it's not going to be too much of a long video. So I'll do parts of it with you and then maybe pause the video and then come back. So press that down. Okay, so I'll do one more and then, like I said, I'll pause the video and then I'll do the rest off camera. There we go, so that's what it's looking like so far. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest and then I'll be back. Okay, so that's the base of it done. And then it's saying for step 2, emboss, distress and slash or ink the side of the pieces as desired. So it means these sections here. And these are going to go on the side like that, and I'm assuming that's to make it a bit more sturdy. But what I want to do is I actually want to just cover these edges here where it's got the ink marks on there. Use my vintage photo and I'm just going to distress the edges. I'm also going to distress these pieces as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now I've done that, I'm going to attach these to the side, and again I'm just using my Kalau liquid glue, and in fact I think I might use the bigger one, but it's on the other side and it takes me half an hour to get over there, so I'm just going to stick with this one for now. So I'm just going to place that on there like so. Okay, and like I said, I think this is just to make it more sturdier. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do the rest. So there we go, so that's them now attached. So it says for step 4, ink the edges of all the roof, stack one each of the lower 3 single pieces together. So we have, let's have a look which ones are the single pieces. So we have the bottom layers, the middle layers and the top layers. These 3 pieces and these 3 pieces, and then this one we wait till last. So we're going to distress the edges. You need to line up these edges together like that, and the scallops will overlap one another. Lay that on top, line the edges up like so, and press that down. There we go, and then do this one. There we go. So that's the first one done, so I'm going to go ahead and do the second one. So I've done that now. Okay, and it says to get this piece, fold it in half, and I'm assuming we assemble this later, but this will go over like that, and then that will go over that side, and then you have your roof. So we're going to put them to one side, and it's now saying we need to do the sides. So for the next bit, it's saying that we need these sections here, and from what I could read, because I did have to read it a few times, these actually join together. So we'll glue these tabs here to the sides of these like that. So then that bit there, you can start to see the shape where the roof would sit. Okay, then we have these single pieces, and I think they go on the outside. I'm not entirely sure, but then you could put them on the inside as well. So I don't know, I think I'll decide after I've assembled this bit. So I'm actually going to just trim these sections a bit more, just so they're not sticking out on the side here. Okay, so I'm going to glue these together and line that up, and then the glue will go on this one here and join on the other side, and I have to be careful that the other side doesn't come undone. And again, I wanted to make sure I trim that because it will stick out otherwise. That's what that looks like so far, and then the roof, obviously when we've assembled it, will go on there like that. So like I said, I'm not sure if they're supposed to go on the outside or the inside, but I think I might just put them on the outside. So I'm going to glue them down, and then we can add the roof. So there we go, so that's all constructed, and then it's saying to glue the top of the roof, okay, and this bit will sit on top like that. So I'm assuming we are lining this up with the edge here, and we need to overlap them either side. Okay, so that will go there. So I'm going to glue them down. So there we go. So it's still a bit tacky, and it's coming off in some places because the glue's not dried completely. So when that's dried completely, I'm going to add glue to this, and then it will go over the top like that, just to seal it all up. Okay, so once that's dry, I will come back and we will carry on. So that's now all assembled, and then that would sit in there like that. I have gone ahead and done the bucket just because this was quite fiddly, and I've threaded my twine through, so that's going to hang off here. It is also saying to make a wired turner thing, you know, to wind the bucket up and down into the well, but I'm going to do that off camera because I'm not entirely sure how I want to do that yet, if I want to do it with wire or other things that I have in my stash. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video, assemble this all together, and then I'm going to decorate it, and I'll come back and show you the finished result. And this is the beautiful Christmas digital kit that's new at Artymaze store on Etsy. So I'm going to be using sections of this to decorate my wishing well. So I'm going to go ahead, assemble it all, decorate it, and then come back and show you the finished result. So there we go, guys, this is the wishing well completed and or decorated, and I think this has turned out so beautifully and I'm really chuffed. So as you can see, I've decorated it with that beautiful Christmas paper that I got from Artymaze. So I've got the handle here which I've made, and you can see it inside there, and it doesn't move the bucket up and down, but I thought it just, you know, it was nice that it was, the handle was still able to move. So then we have the bucket in there, and on the bucket I've just added a Merry Christmas sentiment and some of the pom-pom trim, and I've got some bells at the top here that do jingle. And to cover the wire which I've made for the handle, I just added some of this lace that I got from the range and added a pearl on the end here, and then also a pearl here to just cover the wire that will be, you know, sticking out on the end here. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see, I have decorated the inside of the well on the bottom. Then this is the top, and I've just added some different beautiful embellishments. This one I got in a swap, and then I've just fussy cut out some of the images from the paper collection. I've also added some lace and more pom-pom trim and pearls on the top, and I've also put like fake, you know, snow on the top of the roof. Then this is the sides, and then this is the back, and I've just fussy cut out a poinsettia and just added that onto the back. And then to keep this more sturdy, I've just added some of these beautiful Diamante brads that I got in my Papercraft Society box, and that's made it more sturdy and not flimsy. And then this is the bottom of the wishing well. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed me putting the wishing well together and you like the finished result. As always, I leave links in the video description bar below for Creative Cutz and Artymaze. So if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel and take care, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye.